Hello everyone, Auvbri here and welcome back to another build here in The Sims 4. Today we're doing something a bit different. Today we're actually renovating one of the starter homes in our AC Springs. So this is a starter home that is used by a lot of people. We're just taking a look around here. We built this on stream and this is part of my rebuild The Sims 4. So I actually only have the big builds back in Willow Creek left. And we built this on a very quick stream. I wanted to just showcase what I think you can actually do with a starter home and make it look really nice and still have money left over for your sim to actually enjoy. So we're just taking a look around here at the house, and I think it's a really good starter house. It's just very big and the proportions are a bit weird, as with many starter homes in The Sims 4, especially the ones from the base game. This is like, the layout is super weird, some of the furniture is very weird, and just the location in general of a lot of the stuff is very weirdly placed. So I was actually tasking myself with trying to fix this house, make it a bit more modern, but still, as I do with all of these Rebuild The Sims 4 series builds, try and keep the essence of the original build. So here we go. Let's go into the speed build here. So I just wanted to see if there was any lot types or any traits on the lot whatsoever. There wasn't, so I was gonna keep it at that. I actually started with the porch area outside, so I knew I wanted to keep the porch area, but just some of the coloring choices is a bit strange to me, especially in this build. So I actually decided to keep the porch area, make it a bit smaller, and actually keep the general shape of the house as well. I knew I wanted some other windows because those windows, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like those windows are very sad. I didn't actually delete any plants out here. Instead I just repurposed them and actually moved them around a bit. So I was looking for some some green wallpaper in the tree section to see if we could actually find some wooden wallpaper that actually would look a bit like the original but still keep it new and fresh. So we find this wood that is a bit darker toned than the woods from before, but I still feel like it looks very good, and I wanted to introduce a two-toned house here. Since this is Oasis Springs, I know a lot of the houses in Oasis Springs, and I feel like this is based on American houses in the desert. I know a lot of desert houses have this brick tone, so I thought, you know what, let's just introduce that into the build with the green wooden textures as well. I wanted to also keep the porch area from the original build. I just wanted to redo it a bit, make it a bit smaller so it wasn't so abrasive as it was before, because it was very big and very in your face, which I honestly didn't like. So I just scaled it down a bit. We found some other columns that were actually a bit cheaper, I believe, and we used those instead to actually you know, make a border for where the original was and kind of repurpose that and make it into our own. So we're gonna actually add the porch area as one of the very last things outside, because it's very difficult to build when you have that, and it's kind of annoying to place items underneath it as well. So I didn't want to do that. I wanted to, you know, wait with that until the end. We have all of these items now inside because I moved things around, but we've put in new doors, we've put in new windows. These windows are bigger, brighter, but they still kind of keep the same theme as the ones before. So there's still these white squared windows. These are just stacked on top of each other from flooring to ceiling, and I think that just opens up the house a bit more. I also redid the floor plan in here because I thought it honestly needed a new floor plan, but what I actually did in here was just I just repurposed a lot of the stuff here, and just as we do in a lot of these builds in the rebuild series, we just recolored a lot of stuff because I feel like most of the time the stuff that the Sims team actually put into the builds are fairly good. They just have a let's call it slight problem with the color coordination and actually getting things to match, which is a difficult task in itself, especially in this game, since nothing matches except a few select items. But I wanted to just color coordinate some of the stuff they had in here. Also, seeing that this was a starter home, you can see up in the left hand corner that the lot value is keeping on rising. So I need to stay under 20,000, but I also didn't want to go too overboard, because you actually need money for your sim itself to you know, spend on stuff when they actually move in here. But we kind of created these two faced floor plan. Jesus, that was a hard word. So we kind of separated without actually separating it. So creating this floor plan this way actually allows you to have a dining room and a living room in the same space, but actually keep it a bit separate. And I thought that was a very good idea. Looking at it now, I actually believe I did go back in and scale up that television, so it looked a bit more expensive than it actually was. But that's kind of the living room space. Very modern looking, very simple. That's kind of it. The bedroom here is another story. We were running out of money, and I didn't want to spend too much money on you know, stuff that you weren't probably gonna use anyways. So I actually kept the bedroom mostly the same. I just recolored and repositioned some stuff, and that's it. We also added the overhang to the porch area on the outside now, and that's kind of it. I was just looking for some terrain paint here to actually finish the job. I decided to delete a lot of the dirt terrain paint that they used on the ground. I don't think it looks good. We also actually saved the money for staircases in this build, because when the foundation is this low, your sim can actually walk up the foundation without a staircase. So that's really handy. And of course, I made the foundation white as well, so everything just kind of matches together with the woods. And this is what we have here, guys. I think it turned out really good. So you can go back in the beginning of the video to see what it looked like before, but this is what it looked like now. I'm actually really happy, and it's a great outcome of a starter home. I just wanted to show you guys that you can actually make very beautiful starter homes on a budget and still make them look very modern looking and you know, full and spacious, but still have lots of stuff in them. So that was very important for me to just kind of try and showcase that. And we added some plants out here in the end as well, but it just came in at just under 1,000 or 20,000 simoleons for this build. So it's actually quite a good trade-off for this build. The lot is named exactly what it is named for the original lot, so you can just place it down where the original build is. Again, it is in Oasis Springs. The build is up on the gallery right now, so you can go download it from the gallery. My origin ID is Auvbri, and you should be able to find every single thing that I have done on the gallery. But here we have the kitchen area, the dining room area as well, just brightening up the place a bit, and especially with these horrible appliances that we have to use in the beginning here, actually helped the space a great big deal. Trust me when I say I do believe that the uploaded version to the gallery actually have a scaled up television, so it's not too you know, too discount looking. But this is the living space as well. Again, great room for improvement, but I think just adding some of that color and some more furniture, just, you know, a little splash here and there, can actually go a very long way to have your sim have a very nice starter home that doesn't actually feel like a starter home. Now, the only place that might feel like a starter home is the bathroom, because in here there wasn't a lot of things to do. I know the toilet roll was on the wall there. That's also fixed for the gallery version, but again, this was built on a live stream, so things are bound to happen. But I really hope you enjoyed this build, guys. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. And there's nothing really else for me to say other than have a truly fantastic day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time.